It certainly has been a while since I made a video, but today I'm going to be talking about Pokemon Champions and the problem I have with the game. So if you guys don't know what Pokemon Champions is, right? It's basically a game akin to the Stadium games and games like Battle Revolution, and will act like the official Pokemon Showdown if that makes sense. The game will even have past gimmicks like Mega Evolution and Z moves and stuff like that. But the game has a blatant issue, and I want to talk about that. So it's said that Pokemon Champions will be a free-to-start game. Not free-to-play, but free-to-start. If you guys don't know the difference between free-to-play and free-to-start, the name is pretty self-explanatory, but basically free-to-play is, a game that's free to play, but, how the game gets its revenue, right, is by microtransactions, only like cosmetics. A popular example is obviously Fortnite, if you've guys ever heard that game, or Fall Guys. That's an example of a free-to-play game. A free-to-start game is a game where, it's free at the start, but you have to pay money in order to make actual progress. TLDR, pay to continue games, is what I like to call them, and that's what most of the, free Pokemon games are. A good example of this would be Pokemon Rumble, where you basically have to, pay real money for in-game currency if you want any, real progression on the game. But why the fuck does a game need microtransactions in order to even make progress? I thought the point of the game was to get people into playing competitive Pokemon, but if you do something like this, there's not really an incentive to play a game like this, and most people are just gonna stick to Pokemon Showdown. Apparently, there will be a paid version of the game, but you should just double down and make it a paid game, or just a free-to-play game with cosmetics for your revenue. Based on what we know, this game just seems like a hybrid of Pokemon Battle Revolution and a mobile Pokemon game, which doesn't seem like a good thing, I'll say. We already know this game has an in-game currency, but realistically, this is going to be the paywall that the game has to gain its revenue. We already know that if you have Pokemon Home, you don't need to, buy Pokemon, but if you don't have Pokemon Home, you have to use that in-game currency to buy Pokemon. But if you really think about it, you have to pay real money for the in-game currency to get something like a choice band, right? If that's really the case, then I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of fucked, and that's basically pay to win. Pokemon Champions is something I've been excited for a while now, especially since it's the game that'll be used for the World Championships going forward. So I just hope that this game doesn't have annoying paywalls that discourages people from playing the game. Pokemon Champions has potential from it being potentially the biggest Pokemon game of the coming future, and a way to make the VGC scene into a Division 1 esports game. But this one decision of the game, having forced microtransactions, will just make people stick to just playing Pokemon Showdown full-time even more than they already do now. And yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about for today's video. Sorry for the lack of uploads. Stuff has just been going on from preventing me from uploading videos. And I've just been busy with other stuff, but I'll try to post videos more and more frequently from now on. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to subscribe, join the Discord server, tell me your thoughts on Pokemon Champions, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.